What if I told you there is a supplement that hospitals regularly rely on to save lives during acute liver toxicity? It is a compound that directly helps your body produce its most powerful internal antioxidant, supporting your brain, liver, lungs, immune system, and even the way you age. Yet, despite its profound impact, the vast majority of people have no idea how truly powerful it is. I'm talking about N-Acetyl Cysteine, commonly known as NAC. If you have come across NAC before, you probably know its baseline advantages, but today we are diving deep into the lesser-known science of what it actually accomplishes inside your cells, why it has become one of the most heavily researched molecules in modern wellness, and the surprising benefits that rarely get discussed. Stick around until the very end, because I am also going to share the number one mistake people make when taking NAC that completely blocks them from seeing any real results. Before we dive into the details, if you appreciate evidence-based health insights, make sure to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let us start with the primary reason NAC is so revolutionary. It acts as the essential building block for your body's master antioxidant. A common misconception is that NAC itself does all the heavy lifting. In reality, its magic lies in what it forces your body to create. It provides a steady supply of cysteine, which is the rarest, most limited amino acid required to manufacture glutathione. Think of glutathione as your body's premier cellular cleanup crew. Every single day, your cells are bombarded by environmental pollutants, chemical additives in processed foods, chronic stress, systemic inflammation, and sudden blood sugar spikes, all of which trigger oxidative stress. Glutathione steps in to neutralize this cellular damage before it permanently harms your tissues. Clinical data shows that our natural glutathione levels steadily decline as we get older, which is a major driver behind accelerated aging. This is precisely why supporting glutathione production is a cornerstone of longevity and healthy aging strategies, helping to fortify your body's built-in defense systems. Beyond general antioxidant support, NAC is arguably one of the most potent liver protectors ever studied. To put its strength into perspective, when someone suffers from an overdose of acetaminophen, the active ingredient in common over-the-counter painkillers like Tylenol, hospitals use intravenous NAC as the gold standard emergency treatment. It works because it rapidly floods the liver with the cysteine needed to rebuild depleted glutathione stores. While you should never use a supplement as an excuse for a lifestyle that strains your organs, this medical application proves just how effective NAC is at assisting the liver. As your primary detoxification organ, the liver constantly processes metabolic waste, chemicals, and environmental toxins, and glutathione is its most critical tool for the job. Because of this profound cellular support, it has become a staple in functional medicine protocols for everything from seasonal allergy defense and detoxification to targeted brain and immune health. Speaking of the brain, the impact of NAC on cognitive health is entirely underappreciated. Many people struggle daily with persistent brain fog, forgetfulness, and sluggish thinking. While they might view NAC strictly as a detox supplement, some of the most exciting current research focuses on neurological health. The brain is highly vulnerable to oxidative damage and inflammation. When neuroinflammation rises, cognitive performance drops, and it can negatively affect mood stability, memory, and emotional resilience. Researchers have discovered that NAC helps modulate glutamate activity, which is one of the most abundant and important neurotransmitters governing brain function. This specific mechanism has led scientists to study its role in managing compulsive behaviors, addictive tendencies, mood imbalances, and general cognitive decline. While it is certainly not a standalone cure for mental health conditions, the growing body of evidence surrounding its ability to optimize brain chemistry is incredibly promising. NAC is also a long-standing secret weapon for respiratory wellness. This specific benefit has been utilized for decades because NAC possesses powerful mucolytic properties, meaning it physically breaks apart and thins thick, stubborn mucus in the respiratory tract. If you have ever dealt with chronic congestion, bronchitis, excessive mucus from seasonal allergies, or asthma, NAC directly supports clearer airways and easier breathing. In fact, it has been used extensively as a respiratory therapy in Europe for generations. The exact same mechanism that clears out mucus also helps reduce localized inflammation in the lungs, ultimately improving overall breathing capacity and lung function. Keeping a high-quality immune support formula that includes NAC on hand is highly beneficial, ensuring your respiratory system has the necessary defense tools whenever you feel run down. Additionally, emerging research indicates that NAC plays a valuable role in improving insulin sensitivity. For anyone tracking metabolic health and blood sugar balance, this is a significant benefit. High levels of systemic inflammation and oxidative stress directly impair how your cells respond to insulin. Studies show that by dampening this oxidative stress, NAC helps repair metabolic signaling pathways, allowing your body to process glucose far more efficiently. It is absolutely not a replacement for a nutrient-dense diet, regular exercise, or intermittent fasting, but it serves as a highly effective piece of the broader metabolic puzzle. By mitigating cellular damage and free radical accumulation, it hits the root drivers of aging, keeping the mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, working efficiently. Now let us address the absolute biggest mistakes people make, which usually come down to improper dosing and lack of patience. The main reason people claim NAC did not work for them is that they take a tiny, insignificant amount. To get the exact benefits demonstrated in clinical trials, you have to mimic the dosages used in those studies. For general daily health maintenance, a standard dose of 600 milligrams per day is an excellent baseline. However, if you are actively trying to address a specific health challenge, such as stubborn brain fog, insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, or respiratory congestion, the clinical literature points toward a higher therapeutic dose of around 1,200 milligrams per day, typically split into 2 doses. The second mistake is stopping too soon. Natural compounds do not work like synthetic medications that forcefully override your body's biology for a quick, temporary fix. Instead, NAC works at the foundational level to help your cells heal and regenerate from the inside out. This natural process requires time. You wouldn't go to the gym twice, notice you haven't lost 30 pounds, and declare that exercise doesn't work. The results come from the cumulative, repetitive stimulus over time. When introducing a supplement like NAC to repair deep-seated cellular issues, you must commit to using the proper dose consistently for at least 90 days before evaluating its true impact on your health. By pairing the right dosage with the right duration, you can fully unlock this affordable and incredibly powerful tool to transform your overall well-being.